Hi, I'm Eva Murphy from Electronic Engineering at IT Sligo, and this is my Leaving Cert Maths Grinds channel. I'll regularly add new videos for both higher and ordinary level maths, so make sure you subscribe below and click the bell icon to be notified of new videos. Right, let's have a look at this one. So we're doing more surds, and your feedback last week was you wanted to do more of the ones where we have to rationalise the denominator. Okay, so 6 over root 8 minus 3. In maths, we don't like having irrational numbers in our denominator. So that's why we have to, what we call, rationalize the denominator. So in other words, make the denominator, make the bottom line a rational number. Okay, and from the log tables, where it tells us all the different types of numbers, if I can find them, here you can see we have natural numbers, integers, rational numbers, okay, and then our irrational numbers are the ones that cannot be written as a fraction. So there are a lot of the surds, which is the square root sign, pi is an irrational number, and so on and so forth. So in other words, if you put any of those surds into a calculator and you STD it, what you'll do is you'll hop between the surd and a decimal, but you'll never get a fraction. There's just too many decimal places and it never resolves down to a fraction. Okay, and then all of these become the real numbers, and then you have complex numbers, which is another branch of maths that sits outside it. Okay, so how do we make the bottom a rational number? In other words, how do we force it to a situation where there's no surds in the bottom? Well, if I show you something quite different. Okay, so it's like the difference of two squares. Okay, if we multiply these out, we get x squared, we get plus 2x, we get minus 2x, and we get plus 4. Okay, so what you can see is the two middle terms cancel. Okay, so for as long as the brackets are the same, but the sign in the middle is different, you will force two middle terms to cancel. Okay, so that's kind of the theory we play with when we are looking at this particular one. So what you do then is you take your question and you multiply it by what we call the conjugate of the bottom. So in other words, we change the sign in the middle. Okay, can you see what I've done there? I've literally just changed the minus to a plus. Okay, what I do to the bottom, I then have to do to the top. Okay, why? Because this number here, excuse me, is essentially now 1. And you know when you multiply anything by 1, it remains the same. Okay, so although it looks like we're doing a whole load of work to this, and we are, the net mathematical effect is we are literally just multiplying it by 1. So we're not disturbing or changing the original equation. Really, we'll just be writing it in a different way. Okay, so let's start multiplying that out. We have on the top 6 times root 8 plus 3, and on the bottom, if I split the first bracket, so it's root 8 by everything in the second bracket, and then minus 3 by everything in the second bracket. Okay, and we get 6 by root 8 is 6 root 8, 6 threes, 18. On the bottom, root 8 by root 8 is 8, so that was some of the theory we were doing last week. Root 8 by 3 is 3 root 8. Then if we come to this bracket, we'll have minus 3 root 8. And then we'll have minus by plus is a minus, 3 threes are 9. Okay, and you can see that you got exactly what you needed to get, which was the surds to cancel. Okay, and if that doesn't happen for you, what you may have done is changed the wrong sign up here. Some people change both sides signs, and just little errors like that. If you don't get this to happen, you've done some little thing wrong. Okay, so then let's tidy it up. I have 6 root 8 plus 18 all over 8 minus 9. That's what I'm left with, which is 6 root 8 plus 18 over minus 1. Okay, which is, right, root 8 simplifies. So if you pop onto your calculator, you are going to get 2 root 8 for that number. Okay, and I'm doing this because I suppose the question said simplify. So you'll get 6 times 2 root 2 plus 18 all over minus 1, which is 12 root 2 plus 18 all over minus 1. So divide in that minus 1 and you'll get minus 12 root 2 minus 18. Okay, so how you divide by a number on the bottom, both bits are over the minus 1. Okay, so I could have written it as 12 root 2 over minus 1 plus 18 over minus 1. And the plus over the minus gives me my minuses. If you've enjoyed this video, then why not join us in IT Sligo and use maths in practice. In conjunction with industry, we've designed an exciting new program in electronics and self-driving technologies, which uses cutting-edge techniques such as artificial intelligence, computer vision, and virtual and augmented reality. You'll need a H5 in maths to qualify. Check out the link below.